Now, for hundreds of schools across Oklahoma, the road to the big house, the road to the gold ball begins with districts. And tonight we find ourselves in Cherokee for a big district championship doubleheader. Game number 1 in Class A district action. This is Area 1. The Fargo Gage Fort Supply Bulldogs will take on the Waukomis Lady Chiefs. Fargo Gage beat Cherokee 38-33 last night. They've won their last 3 ball games over Sharon Mutual, Aline Cleo, and Cherokee. That comes after a 5-game losing streak. They started the season 2-9, but they're 7-6 since, and they play with 9 freshmen and sophomores. The Waukomis Lady Chiefs are 18-5. They've got a 3-game winning streak going with wins over Ringwood, Cimarron, and Kremlin-Hillsdale. Their last loss was to OBA back on January 28th. Before we get underway, we'll take a break. Our national anthem coming up, and Adam Dieselhorst will join us as well. This is the Game of the Week on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Score that perfect design at Touchdown Graphics just north of the curve in Pond Creek. They offer screen printing and embroidery on t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more. Show your spirit for your school, team, club, or special event with a custom design from Touchdown Graphics. Call 580-532-4579 or see them online at touchdowngraphics.com. Touchdown Graphics. It's good. The Alva State Bank in Burlington has a long tradition of supporting Alfalfa County athletes and is proud to support the Cherokee Chiefs and Lady Chiefs. Alva State Bank can help you in beginning or continuing to grow your business, save for the future, or help make your dreams a reality. Let Alva State Bank help you take a step in the right direction. Since 1901, older than Oklahoma. Alva State Bank and Trust in Burlington. Member FDIC. Northwest Oklahoma is Croft Country, and there's no better way to get around it than a vehicle from Croft Chevrolet Buick GMC at 401 East Oklahoma in Alva. They've got the best trucks on the road or in the field. The Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. Customize yours with a hay bed, and it becomes the ultimate farmer's office. The 2020s are here, which means you'll find great deals as they move out the 2019 model, not to mention a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Go to CroftChevrolet.com and find your next vehicle. It's always better in the country. Croft Country Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Ellis & Associates is Cherokee Chiefs proud and backs all of the students in all that they do. Since 1989, Ellis & Associates has been serving Alfalfa County, Northwest Oklahoma, and Southern Kansas quality insurance products to give you peace of mind. Rita Allen wants to work with you to ensure your family and your lifestyle, taking care of your auto, home, renters, boat, motorcycle, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Give Rita a call at 580-596-3423 or stop in to see her at 1502 South Grand Avenue, Suite B in Cherokee. For generations, the FFA has been helping our children through agriculture to grow into responsible adults. We believe in and we support the work being done by our local FFA chapters and all they do to create an enriching experience for our youth. For all you do, you have our thanks. Farm Credit of Enid. Together, we grow.
Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst with you in Cherokee tonight. Fargo Gage Fort Supply takes on Waukomis in a girls district championship matchup. Waukomis got to sit back. They got the bye. They're playing for the first time tonight, but Fargo Gage Fort Supply last night, they had to run the gamut, beating the home team on their home floor. Cherokee, they knocked them off 38-33. That gives them a bit of an advantage against a very good Waukomis team.
Yeah, you bet. We talk about it too, Tom. Waukomis is a team kind of in our area where we call a lot of games, but we actually didn't have the opportunity to call any of their games this year. Heard a lot of good positive things about them. Know they have a coach in Matt Q that's been there for a while, had a lot of success, but it was a big win by Fargo Gage Fort Supply the other night, beating a team, especially on their home court. So that showed a lot, and like you said, that gives them a little bit of oomph coming into the game.
Starting lineup for the Lady Bearcats from Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Sierra Calvallo is a freshman averaging 10 points a game. Jessica Barton, a freshman, scores 8 a contest. Lyric Woodson's a junior. Jasmine Hagmeyer is a senior, and Tatum Brown's her leading scorer. She's a sophomore who averages 13 points a game. For Wacomas, Hope Gilliland's a freshman, scoring 10 points per contest. Michaela Ramirez, a senior, scores 10 a game. Marianne Payton, a senior, scores 4 a game. Taylor Moody, a junior, averaging 11 a game. And Brindley Q, a sophomore, averages 12 points per ball game. Wacomas, the home white jerseys. Fargo, Gage, Fort Supply, they are in the road blues. And we have a turnover off the opening possession. And Wacomas with their first opportunity. And they'll throw it away, so the teams exchange turnovers. 20 seconds into this one. The winner will move on next week to the regional tournament. They'll be going to Shattuck. And spending the weekend in Shattuck, they hope they get a chance to play if they just keep winning. Inside, bouncer rolls off the front of the rim, no good. The offensive rebound pulled down by Tatum Brown, and she's knocked to the floor and fouled. And Fargo Gage will have the chance to get on the board first.
It's definitely not the pass that they're wanting to allow in there for Coach Q. Comas comes out in a zone early and is obviously fronting the post. They got some big size in there for Fargo.
First free throw misses for the sophomore. Both these teams are pretty young.
Oh, I know. I noticed
Fargo
that.
Gage is really young. They only have 2 seniors and primarily freshmen and sophomores, as a matter of fact. 1 junior in the starting lineup, that's Lyric Woodson. And then 1 senior with Jasmine Hagemeyer. Thing is, Wacomas has some youth as well, but they do have a couple of seniors in that starting lineup, Ramirez and Payton. Three-pointer on the right wing. Hope Gilliland can't get it to go. The rebound controlled by Jessica Barton, and now a tie-up, and the arrow will keep it on this end with Wacomas. Wacomas comes in with a 3-game winning streak. They're 18-5. They knocked off Ringwood, Cimarron, and KH in that string at Kremlin Hillsdale. Their last loss was to OBA. They lost by 6 back on January 28th. Wacomas turns it over, their second.
Got 2 great officials here, Tom, calling this game. You don't
betcha.
normally a district tournament or a championship game. You usually get some good ones, but not 2 that are this caliber.
Lob underneath, gathered by Lyric Woodson, and she'll be fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Looks to me like Fargo Gage is wanting to work the ball inside, draw contact. They'll say it was before the shot, so a baseline right throw in.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to get that pass in there.
Set up out high, that's Calvillo. She'll throw it away, though. 2 turnovers early on for Fargo Gage. Pass is tapped out of bounds and will stay with Wacomas. You talk about Fargo Gage, Fort Supply. It hasn't been that long since Fargo had a high school, Gage had a high school, and Fort Supply still has a high school.
Yeah, they do.
They just co-op with Fargo Gage, who have now combined.
We were talking about their gym before the game started, too.
Yeah, Fort Supply's gym is very nice. There's a 3rd turnover for Wacomas. And with that, we've got a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:34 to play in the first quarter. Lady Bearcats on top of Wacomas 1-0. This is the game of the week on Squirtle.
Smith Health Mart Pharmacy is where folks in Alfalfa County go for healthcare products and so much more. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned with pharmacists that have a personal commitment to their communities. The staff at Smith Drug is knowledgeable and ready to provide you with customer service that you can always count on. And don't miss their nice selection of gifts and cards for that special occasion. They honor prescription plans, including Medicare. Let Damon and Adrian take the time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer questions. Smith Drug at 121 South Grand in Cherokee. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back with you in Cherokee, 6.5 to play in the first quarter. Fargo Gage leads 1-0 with the basketball. Look inside to Big Tatum Brown, and she scores her first field goal. And the Lady Bearcats on top 3-0 to start, a little less than 2 minutes in. Lob right side to Brindley Q. Back out high to Payton, and she'll knock it down. Marianne Payton with the deuce.
2 points, Marianne Payton.
And Wacomas on the board trailing 3-2, 3 minutes in. So glad to have you watching wherever you may be tonight. In the lane, there's Brown again, gets her own offensive rebound, and the follow-up is in. Will they get her going, and Fargo Gage Fort Supply could be a tough out tonight. Right side, a catch and shoot 3 for Moody is no good. Rebound is corralled by Jessica Barton. Here comes Fargo Gage. Fargo Gage a record of 9-15, but they got off to a slow start so young. They were 2-9 early on. Since then, they're over 500 at 7-6. They've got 9 freshmen and sophomores. We talked about that before the break. They played a pretty tough schedule. They're 0-6 against ranked teams this season, but they played some tough ones, including Eric Hammond and Leedy. Brindley Q out high. He's able to find Marianne Payden, who tracks it down. And back out high left to Hope Gilliland. Right side, open three. Taylor Moody knocks it down.
3 points, Taylor Moody.
And Waukomis ties it up at 5, a little more than 3 minutes in. To the baseline goes Lyric Woodson, leaves it left corner for Calvillo, and she'll pull up and knock down a 15-footer.
It's a nice little shot there.
Sierra Calvillo makes it 7-5.
Like you mentioned too, Tom, a lot of freshmen both sides of the ball having to make a big impact in this game.
Well, what's going to happen is the future's bright for both these teams. Matter of fact, David Toon told me before the game, the head coach for the Lady Bearcats, he told me this is kind of a gravy run for them as these young kids get some experience. Marianne Payden knocks down the three, couple of field goals for her. She has 5. And Waukomis goes on top for the first time, 8-7. It's our first lead change. Ball tapped out of bounds. Will stay with Fargo Gage. Our boys' game after this one will be the home team Cherokee. They'll take on Waukomis. Keep in mind the way the bracket works out. The teams who play tonight are guaranteed to move on to regionals. It's all about being in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket next week in regionals, which will be in Shattuck. You want to win and just keep winning, and the road is shorter and shorter as you keep going. There's a travel for Tatum Brown. That is 4 early turnovers for the Lady Bearcats from Fargo Gage.
And both these teams have a lot of size. You don't see that often at this level. I mean, both teams.
And we'll watch that matchup in the paint as they work it inside to Taylor Moody. The Tatums, Taylor Moody and Tatum Brown. This time Tatum Brown reels in the rebound. Taylor versus Tatum. We'll keep our eye on it. Jasmine Hegmeyer. Trapped over there on the sideline by Hope Gilliland. They had to burn a timeout to keep the possession. We'll take it with them. 3:30 to play in the first quarter. Waukomis on top of Fargo Gage. Fort Supply 8-7. It's the game of the week on Squirtle.
Banking is as easy as ACB. At ACB Bank, you get a local community bank with all the conveniences of a big bank. With friendly staff and local service, they make your banking experience simple. They offer online bill pay, mobile banking, and now mobile deposit. You can download the ACB Bank app in the App Store or Google Play. Drop by your local branch today in Cherokee, Waukomis, and Garber, or visit them online at acbbank.net. ACB Bank. Modern banking, traditional values.
Back with you in Cherokee. Fargo Gage trailing Waukomis 8-7.
Foul number 31, Marianne Payden.
And the foul on Payden.
Waukomis they're extending out this 2-3 zone, making Fargo Gage, that's the pass they want them to make right there.
As we'll tick down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, it's 8-7 Cherokee. High-low lob inside, banker up and in. That is knocked in by Taylor Whedon. Foul on Jasmine Hegemeyer is her first. And free throws on the way, up and in. That'll make it 11-7, 6 straight scored by Waukomis. They trailed at 1 point, 7-5. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, excuse me. Calvillo has it, lobs it right side. Now into the corner. Double team. Lyric Woodson gets rid of it. Skip the pass left side. It's intercepted. 5 turnovers for Fargo Gage.
That extended zone is bugging them, making them throw those cross-court passes. I mean, those are going to get stolen eventually.
Skip pass right, back out high. Deep three-pointer Taylor Moody rattles out, no good. And the rebound to Tatum Brown. Into the half court comes Sierra Calvillo. Near side to Jessica Barton, left baseline. The short corner jumper is airballed short by Hagemeyer. Here comes Waukomis. Left wing Payton has it. She's knocked down a couple of shots already in this one, including a triple.
Fargo's going to be content in their man to really not pressure a bunch. They're just kind of playing below the ball and forcing outside shots. It's smart.
Stepping back beyond the three-point arc and missing the three was Taylor Moody. Lob down low, gathered by Tatum Brown, and the ball tipped out of bounds will stay with Fargo Gage. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst, and the crew with you tonight in Cherokee. Doubleheader of district championship action with you on Squirtle. Catch and shoot long to right side. A little strong by Lindy Williams, who just checked in. She gets her own rebound. They'll reset out high. Pass out high is tipped into the backcourt. Good defensive play by Marianne Payton, but the ball out of bounds will go back to Fargo Gage. They're putting that pressure on Fargo Gage. They're having a tough time with it.
Gilliland up top is causing all sorts of havoc with her length and athleticism.
The high post of Brown, pass is tipped away, loose on the floor, and a tie-up, and the ball will stay on that end with Fargo Gage. Waukomis had some good success here in this gym earlier this year. Back in January, they won the Cherokee Invitational, beat Cement, Buffalo, and then beat Burlington in the final in overtime, 53-44.
Now remember, that was a game we watched on our quad box while we were at the covering the Ellick tournament.
So they've already won hardware this year in this gym. They want to get some more. There's a foul that'll go against Lyric Woodson. It'll be her first. Yeah, the old quad box. Tell you what, if you want to watch high school sports, it's a good place to do it on Squirtle.com. To the high post, kick it out right wing. Moody for three, yes ma'am.
She does a good job of keeping her feet set. It's a good looking shot. She missed a couple earlier, but they both look right on.
Yeah, she's knocked down a couple three-pointers now. Now Waukomis has doubled up Fargo Gage, 14-7. This will go back to Waukomis. Tatum Brown was the last to touch. .30 ticks remaining in the first quarter. 14-7 Waukomis after they were down early, 5-2 and 7-5. They finished the quarter strong.
This is one of those games, Tom, that if you have plans to go home and watch maybe Netflix or something, you get out of it quick. Not a lot of fouls. It's moving pretty fast.
Moving along. No doubt about it. The ball out of bounds. They'll keep it on this end with Waukomis, last touched by Fargo Gage's Lindy Williams.
Or I guess you should go home and watch Squirtle.com, not
exactly.
Netflix.
Just find more basketball to watch.
Exactly.
You got to quote the company line.
Exactly.
Little two-pointer in the lane by Taylor Whedon. She's got 5 off the bench. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Waukomis scored the last 11 points in the quarter, and they lead Fargo Gage Fort Supply 16-7. We'll take a break. You're watching playoff action on Squirtle, brought to you.
Land Run Farmers Co-op in Waukomis, Pioneer, Marshall, Lovell, and Douglas support all of the kids performing on the court trying to get to the big house in Oklahoma City. At Land Run, the goal is to provide their customers with the best knowledge and quality service with integrity. Give them a call at 580-758-3239 and take advantage of all the information you will find at oklandruncoop.net. Land Run Farmers Co-op in Waukomis, Pioneer, Marshall, Lovell, and Douglas. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Athlete Care OKC helps you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, and functional rehabilitation and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to athletecareokc.com or call 405-632-4468. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Southwest Orthopedic and Reconstructive Specialists get you back on the court.
Taylor Moody has knocked down a couple of three-pointers to lead Waukomis with 6 points. Tatum Brown has 4 to pace Fargo, Gage, Fort Supply. We're into quarter number 2 and make it 18-7 with an opportunity coming for a three-point play off the opening sequence of the second quarter as Hope Gilliland will score and be fouled.
That was a good little set that they ran coming out of the quarter. Great job there by Coach Q.
Lyric Woodson picks up her second foul. Free throw missed, the rebound to Calvillo. Fargo Gage needs to get something going as they've now been outscored 13 straight by Waukomis since the last time Fargo Gage scored to take a 7-5 lead. Three-point, rejected out of bounds. Swatted away by Hope Gilliland. She's only a freshman.
Yeah, she's got a little bit more athleticism than everybody else out there. It's very clear and apparent, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Waukomis averages 51 points a game. They give up 33 a contest. That's a plus 18, which is pretty impressive. Fargo Gage scores 39 a game and gives up 41. Waukomis gets it done defensively. They've held 7 teams under 25 points this season. So giving up 33 a game and holding teams under 25, that'll bode well for you if you keep doing that on the defensive end. Bad pass, turnover. Here comes Gilliland. Hope all the way, layup it in. She's got 4. The lead is now 13, prompting a timeout by David Toon. Let's take it with him. 7:19 to play in the first half. It's Waukomis 20, Fargo Gage, Fort Supply 7, and this is playoff coverage on the Game of the Week on Scortal, brought to you.
Alfalfa Electric Cooperative in Cherokee, Oklahoma is proud to be member-owned. We have been providing affordable and dependable service to communities in Oklahoma and Kansas since 1937. Ask about our Smart Hub app where you can pay your bills, report outages, and check usage. At Alfalfa Electric Cooperative, we strive every day to be the best we can be, and we encourage all our local athletes to do the same. Go Chiefs! Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com.
The Lady Bearcats and the Lady Chiefs playing for a district championship tonight here in Cherokee. And we can't do it without our corporate sponsor leading the way, High Plains Insurance. Danny Geis will be with you every step of the way as we chase teams to Oklahoma City in the state tournament. Fargo Gage down by 13 now. They need something to happen. It's been a 13-0 run. Brad will break the run as Sierra Calvillo scores her second field goal. She's got 4 to make it 20-9. Moody in the lane draws contact. She'll shoot 2.
Number 4, Lindy Williams.
Lindy Williams picks it up. It's her first. So Moody with a couple of three-pointers and 6 points early on in this one. She averages 11 points and grabs 4 rebounds a game for Matt Q and the Cherokee Lady, or the Waukomis Lady Chiefs. They almost, if Cherokee would have won last night, it would have been the battle of the Lady Chiefs, which makes our job really fun. As it is, I've got to remember the Waukomis Lady Chiefs are playing in Cherokee.
Yes.
2 free throws for Taylor Moody. She has 8 to make it 22-9. What a beautiful facility this is. I've been doing games here for the last 15 years. One of my favorite places to broadcast from.
Yeah, and it was kind of ahead of its time,
yes,
too.
Exactly.
It's what, 30 years old now, probably?
Probably sometime in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it has aged well.
Yes, it has. Love the concession area up top. A lot of gyms have replicated that.
Yeah. Fargo Gage has 7 turnovers, down 22-9. They'll work it into the post, little turnaround, crawls off, no good by Michaela Ramirez. And coming out of there with it is Lindy Williams for Fargo Gage Fort Supply.
It's a mouthful.
It is. I'm going to probably just start calling him Fargo Gage because that's really what their uniforms say, and that's actually what technically it is because Fort Supply is a co-op.
Correct.
I guarantee you most of the fans in the Fargo Gage area would say it's Fargo Gage.
There you go.
And I would imagine there's probably quite a few say, hey, we wish it was still Fargo and Gage, but
I've noticed some of the fans even have some of their Fort Supply stuff on, the orange and black. I
well,
believe they're the Bulldogs,
They
right?
came in a Fort Supply bus.
That's right.
I noticed that. They came in a Fort Supply bus. Another turnover. Wacomas looking to take a lot of the suspense out of this one early on, leading by 13. Taylor Moody, open 3. And a fight for the rebound underneath, and coming up with it is Tatum Brown. Brown got a couple of good looks and finished early on, but she's been shut down since then. As basically Michaela Ramirez has taken on the responsibility for making sure Tatum Brown has to work. Subs into the ball game, 1 each. Getting back in is Taylor Whedon for Wacomas. I think it was Jessica Barton who just came in for Fargo Gage. Out high to Calvillo. Winner will play next week, next Thursday at 8 o'clock. The loser will play next Thursday at 1:30. Now, 6:30 and 1:30, not girls game winner will play at 6:30, not 8 o'clock. The boys play at 8 o'clock. That'll be taking place at Shattuck, which is another spectacular facility.
Yes, it is.
And who the heck knows where we will be next week? That's what's fun about this, is we can just have the pick of the litter.
And if you're out there listening, you want us to be somewhere, make sure you let us know on Twitter.
Let us know, definitely. At Skortle.
We're not afraid to be bribed.
Tell you what, little good food goes a long way, I'll tell you that. And they have some good food in the hospitality room here in Cherokee.
Always.
Down the floor with the dribble comes Sierra Calvillo after the Wacomas turnover, their 4th.
Good call. That's Gilliland again.
That's exactly right. That is now 10 turnovers for Fargo. They've got 9 points and 10 turnovers. That is not a good combination if you're the Lady Bearcats.
I'd like to see how many steals Gilliland has, or at least cause turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess at least half of those.
Tie up in the lane keeps it on this end. Well, Matt Q's a great guy, and I'm excited to see his teams playing well and having a good season. They play in a tough conference, that Skelter Conference.
They do.
They made it to the Skelter Championship game in the tournament and lost to Garber 52-50.
It's a good game.
It really was. Last foul on Calvillo, it's her first. Almost halfway through the second quarter, and Wacomas leads by 13. The home fans from Cherokee beginning to filter in their boys' game. Their boys' team will play next against Wacomas for the district championship. 3 right corner, no good for Taylor Moody. Offensive rebound, they'll reset. Hope Gilliland to the baseline. She ran right into Tatum Brown. Great defense. 5 turnovers for Wacomas. And now a foul on the other end that will go against Taylor Moody. It'll be her first. Oh, it's on Marion Payton, 31 instead of 32. My mistake. Could have gone either way. They're kind of both there. And the baseline left throw in. Neither team has scored for a minute or so, minute or two. Oh, and there's a foul on Gilliland. That'll be her first.
She's going for about 10th steal of the half there.
Team foul number 5, so neither team in the bonus yet. Calvillo, left side to Barton. Barton to the baseline, tries to swing it into the lane, finding Tatum Brown, and Brown's foul. Tatum to the line for 2. Team foul number 6 on Wacomas, the second on cue. First make at the free throw line for Tatum Brown. She's now 1 for 3 at the stripe with the second one upcoming. She averages 13 points a game. She has 5. And 2. 2 for 2 for the sophomore, makes it 22-11. Gilliland out high right. Work at high post to Whedon. Whedon back to Gilliland, and Gilliland travels.
Fargo's been content the whole time on their defensive end to just kind of, you know, they're playing either a soft man or somewhat of a soft zone, and they're just forcing them to take outside shots.
Pressure out high, issues for Jessica Barton. She gets rid of it to Hegmeyer. But her bounce pass is taken away. Brindley Q comes up with it. And then the foul.
There's Gilliland again, causing a turnover.
First foul on Brown, team foul number 6. So both teams will be shooting the bonus from here on out with 3 minutes to play in the first half. We'll check some scores on the Squirtle scoreboard from Class A girls basketball as we go here at halftime. And don't forget, we'll be trying to give you an idea what's going to happen next week. The winners and losers of this one will take on Shattuck or Laverne. They're playing right now, that ball game out in Shattuck. We'll give you a score update when we can. 3 left side won't go for Calvillo. Offensive rebound, though, for the Lady Bearcats. They'll set it back up out high and turn it over again. That's 12.
Man. Sloppy on their end of the floor. Very sloppy.
Comas with the 11-point lead. Free throw line jumper for Ramirez. No good. And the rebound to Lindy Williams. Right now, Laverne leads Shattuck 12-9. That ball game is in the second quarter, courtesy of the Squirtle scoreboard. Float one left side of the lane to Tatum Brown. Brown is double teamed. Back out high left side. There's Barton for 3. Yes, ma'am.
Big shot there. Fargo needed something to go offensively their way. They've been kind of in a rut here. So.
Well, they've scored 5 straight now because it's been a while since Wacomas has scored 2. And another empty trip is the shot missed by Ramirez. 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. And the Lady Bearcats can get closer now. A double team and a tie-up, and the arrow stays on this end. Fargo Gage Fort Supply will keep the possession. Wacomas held 7 teams this season under 25 points. Yeah, right now Fargo Gage Fort Supply has 14, so they're ahead of schedule. Gilliland misses the shot. Offensive rebound, Ramirez. She was tied up, and the arrow stays on this end. Baseline right throw in for Taylor Moody. To Gilliland, short corner jumper from 12, no good. The offensive rebound and the stick back is no good. As Brindley Q comes up empty, but a reset out high. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Chiefs.
Comas missed about 5 or 6 easy shots down low.
High-low look inside to Brindley Q, no good. She thought she was fouled, no whistle. Here comes Fargo Gage. A chance to get a little bit closer with under a minute to play in the first half.
I think Coach Q wanted a foul there. But when did they not, right?
Exactly. Williams has it left side, finding Barton. Skip pass right, then back out high to Williams. Her pass to the high post to Brown is nearly thrown away. The tie-up keeps the ball on this end with Fargo Gage.
Brown has to do a better job when they're throwing that pass into her. She's got to use her body to keep that defender from coming around for the steal.
We were talking about how Fargo Gage knocked off Cherokee last night to end the season for the Lady Chiefs. Short corner jumper airballed long by Lindy Williams. Kirsten Pruitt, a first-year head coach at Cherokee after a great run at Burlington. She'd been in the state tournament 4 years in a row, and she's not going to know what to do with herself.
Yeah.
She loses that first game.
And she did a fantastic job this year with the Cherokee girls. I know they had some big wins, and she's going to get them going. I know I hear they've got some really good talent in their younger classes.
Yeah.
So I think their varsity team was even pretty young too as well.
Future is bright here in Cherokee. 15 ticks remaining in the first half. Yeah, my radio days made a lot of long road to the gold ball trips with the Burlington Lady Elks over the years and saw them lose some heartbreakers in the state tournament.
Wow.
3.5 seconds to play. Can Fargo Gage get something off from beyond half court? It'll come up short for Barton, and that'll be the end of the first half. Waukomis leads Fargo Gage Fort Supply 22-14. We'll take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week, the playoff edition on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
As you travel down the road to the gold ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride on a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Score that perfect design at Touchdown Graphics just north of the curve in Pond Creek. They offer screen printing and embroidery on t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more. Show your spirit for your school, team, club, or special event with a custom design from Touchdown Graphics. Call 580-532-4579 or see them online at touchdowngraphics.com. Touchdown Graphics. It's good. The Alva State Bank in Burlington has a long tradition of supporting Alfalfa County athletes and is proud to support the Cherokee Chiefs and Lady Chiefs. Alva State Bank can help you in beginning or continuing to grow your business, save for the future, or help make your dreams a reality. Let Alva State Bank help you take a step in the right direction. Since 1901, older than Oklahoma. Alva State Bank and Trust in Burlington. Member FDIC. Northwest Oklahoma is Croft Country, and there's no better way to get around it than a vehicle from Croft Chevrolet Buick GMC at 401 East Oklahoma in Alva. They've got the best trucks on the road or in the field. The Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. Customize yours with a hay bed, and it becomes the ultimate farmer's office. The 2020s are here, which means you'll find great deals as they move out the 2019 model, not to mention a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Go to CroftChevrolet.com and find your next vehicle. It's always better in the country. Croft Country Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Tom Nelson and Adam Dieselhorst back with you in Cherokee. The Waukomis Lady Chiefs lead Fargo Gage Fort Supply 22-14 at the half. And let's go back and recap that first half. The defining moments in this one came from the middle of the first quarter till early in the second quarter. Fargo Gage led at 7-5, but Waukomis went on a 13-0 run. Take it back. It was actually a 15-0 run, and they led at one point early in the second quarter, 20-7. But in that second quarter, Fargo Gage actually outscored Waukomis by the barest of margins, 7-6, and they're still hanging in here, down by 8. 22-14 our score at the half. In the contest, Lady Bearcats are led by Tatum Brown. She has 7. Sierra Calvillo has 4 points, and Jessica Barton has 3. For Waukomis, Taylor Moody with 8 to lead the way. Marianne Payton has 5, as does Taylor Whedon, and Hope Gilliland with 4. Waukomis 18-5 coming in. Fargo Gage Fort Supply is 9-15, but the winner moves on to the evening games next Thursday in Shattuck. The loser will play in the afternoon contest at 1:30. We'll take a break and be right back. Halftime continues as we chase both these teams on the road to state on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Ellis and Associates is Cherokee Chiefs proud and backs all of the students in all that they do. Since 1989, Ellis and Associates has been serving Alfalfa County, Northwest Oklahoma, and Southern Kansas quality insurance products to give you peace of mind. Rita Allen wants to work with you to ensure your family and your lifestyle, taking care of your auto, home, renters, boat, motorcycle, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Give Rita a call at 580-596-3423 or stop in to see her at 1502 South Grand Avenue, Suite B in Cherokee. For generations, the FFA has been helping our children through agriculture to grow into responsible adults. We believe in and we support the work being done by our local FFA chapters and all they do to create an enriching experience for our youth. For all you do, you have our thanks. Farm Credit of Enid. Together, we grow.
Smith Health Mart Pharmacy is where folks in Alfalfa County go for healthcare products and so much more. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned with pharmacists that have a personal commitment to their communities. The staff at Smith Drug is knowledgeable and ready to provide you with customer service that you can always count on. And don't miss their nice selection of gifts and cards for that special occasion. They honor prescription plans, including Medicare. Let Damon and Adrian take the time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer questions. Smith Drug at 121 South Grand in Cherokee. Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Banking is as easy as ACB. At ACB Bank, you get a local community bank with all the conveniences of a big bank. With friendly staff and local service, they make your banking experience simple. They offer online bill pay, mobile banking, and now mobile deposit. You can download the ACB Bank app in the App Store or Google Play. Drop by your local branch today in Cherokee, Wacomas, and Garber, or visit them online at acbbank.net. ACB Bank. Modern banking. Traditional values. Land Run Farmers Co-op in Wacomas, Pioneer, Marshall, Lovell, and Douglas support all of the kids performing on the court trying to get to the big house in Oklahoma City. At Land Run, the goal is to provide their customers with the best knowledge and quality service with integrity. Give them a call at 580-758-3239 and take advantage of all the information you will find at oklandruncoop.net. Land Run Farmers Co-op in Wacomas, Pioneer, Marshall, Lovell, and Douglas. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Athlete Care OKC helps you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, and functional rehabilitation and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to athletecareokc.com or call 405-632-4468. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Southwest Orthopedic and Reconstructive Specialists get you back on the court.
Alfalfa Electric Cooperative in Cherokee, Oklahoma is proud to be member-owned. We have been providing affordable and dependable service to communities in Oklahoma and Kansas since 1937. Ask about our Smart Hub app where you can pay your bills, report outages, and check usage. At Alfalfa Electric Cooperative, we strive every day to be the best we can be, and we encourage all our local athletes to do the same. Go Chiefs! Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com, GEFCO.com.
As you travel down the road to the Gold Ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride in a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
Back with you, second half, just about ready to get underway in Cherokee. Wacomas on top of Fargo Gage Fort Supply, 22-14. Let us check some scores from a Class A Girls District Championship action. Halftime, OK leads Stewart 31-23. Sealing over Covington Douglas 34-10 at the half. Empire over Fletcher 15-9. Drummond leading Pond Creek Hunter 21-18 at the half. Okarche no trouble with Moss 42-9 at ball game at the half as well. Hydro Eakley over Coyle 22-11 in the second. Alec over Waurika 20-15 at the half. Visai leads Thomas Fay Custer 33-17 at the half. Frontier leading Regent Prep 26-24 at the half. Velma Alma no trouble with Stonewall 40-13. Cameron leads Red Oak 21-19. Cheyenne over Sentinel 19-10. Garber leading OBA 31-19. Bingeroni over Geronimo 14-7 in the second. Laverne leads Shattuck. We'll get the winner of that game and the loser. Winners and losers in this game. 12-9 that ball game in the second. Kiowa no trouble with Arcoma 34-3 that ball game in the second. We'll hit some more scores later on. Give you all the finals as we go through the evening, as we get them off the Squirtle scoreboard. Wacomas on top 22-14. A three triggered by Marianne Payton comes up empty. Fargo Gage down by 8. Can crawl back into this one. They get a nice start to this third quarter.
No doubt. I want to thank all of our fans out there keeping all these games up to date. It's very crucial this time of the year in the playoffs for people to know kind of their path. So
exactly right.
I want to thank them. It's nice to get in there and see all the scores.
And if you're watching Squirtle.com and you don't have the Squirtle app, why don't you? Get it. Inside, no good for Tatum Brown. She gets her stick back up and in. Tatum Brown, her first field goal since early in the ball game. She's got 9 points.
What do you have her listed at height-wise? 6 foot?
I don't have a height on her, but I'd say she's probably in that 5'10" to 6 foot range.
Yeah. And she's one of those that actually truly probably is what they have her listed at.
22-16 now. It's Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Last night they came in here and knocked off a Cherokee team that had a winning record. They're coming in at 9-15. But this very young team lost 7 of their first 9. Gilliland tries to pay off after the turnover, can't do it. The empty trip, and Fargo Gage has it back.
I like the no call there by Mark Martin. That's the right call.
And he'll blow the whistle and call the foul on Gilliland. That'll be her second.
Frustration foul by her.
Fargo Gage, once again, a chance to draw a little bit closer. Three-pointer here to be a one-possession game. But they'll turn it over for the 14th time.
That's what that zone does. It forces you. They have that zone extended out. Tom, you've heard it a million times from me. I'm a big fan of a good zone in girls basketball, especially at this level. I just think it causes all sorts of issues.
Matt Q over there saying, okay, now we need to pay it off on the offensive end. And Gilliland will be fouled and go to the free throw line to shoot 2, as she was fouled by Woodson, Lyric Woodson. That's her third.
It's a good set that Q's running there. It's the second or third time they ran it and got an easy shot off of it.
Hope Gilliland 0 for 1 at the free throw line. Now 0 for 2. She'll get the second.
Coach Turney was here. He would be all over Hope on her follow-through. She's not holding it up. Watch her short arms it, pulls it back.
You're exactly right.
Held it up there, but it's just a little short.
Oh, she kind of had the little release, but she also missed it way short. Kobe release with the wrist action. They'll work it inside to Tatum Brown, and she'll draw contact and be fouled. Second team foul on Wacomas here in the second half, and the third on Brindley Q. So Daddy may have to get her out of the game. Don't want her picking up number 4. We'll see. 3 in the corner.
That almost went down. That'd have been big.
Lindy Williams with a miss. Now the foul on Taylor Moody. Her first. Timeout called by Wacomas because Matt Q does not like the way this third quarter has started. We shall take a break. 5:56 to play in the third. Wacomas leads 22-16 in Cherokee. And this is the game of the week, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Score that perfect design at Touchdown Graphics just north of the curve in Pond Creek. They offer screen printing and embroidery on t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more. Show your spirit for your school, team, club, or special event with a custom design from Touchdown Graphics. Call 580-532-4579 or see them online at touchdowngraphics.com. Touchdown Graphics.
Fargo Gage with the basketball 2 minutes into the second half, and they are trying to gnaw in a little more on this Waukomis lead, 22-16. Gilliland nearly another turnover. The ball out of bounds will go to Waukomis. 15 Fargo Gage Fort Supply turnovers. Waukomis yet to score here in the third quarter. It's down to a 6-point game. Moody wants to attack, bounce pass inside to Q, missed the shot, got the rebound, missed again, and coming out of there with it is Tatum Brown.
They've been stuck on 22 for quite a while.
Yes, they have. Going back to the second quarter, because Fargo Gage scored the last 5 points of the second quarter. And there's another turnover.
It's the second time that Lyric has been charged with the 5-second violation. Lyric looks like she's a Fort Supply Bulldog. She's got the orange on her shoes.
Yeah, I bet she does, yep. We were talking at halftime with one of the fans from Fort Supply. They played 4 or 5 games at Fort Supply this year in that nice gym. I'm not too sure what kind of gym they have in Fargo or Gage, but I know Fort Supply's is very nice.
Good ball movement.
Right to the cup goes Jessica Barton. She'll draw a couple of free throws. Taylor Moody just picked up her second. Important free throws here for the Lady Bearcats. Got it?
It's a good looking free throw.
Barton has 4 points. She's just a freshman. The youth on this team, the future's bright. 2 for 2 at the stripe. It's now a 22-18 game. And it's a 9-0 run dating back to the first half for Fargo Gage. Moody in the lane. Right side, Gilliland open. Another empty trip. The ball out of bounds. Back to Fargo Gage.
And the other thing, too, is they're only getting one shot. Looks like Comus is going to go to a press. Good timeout by Toon.
Yeah, David Toon calls the timeout. We'll take it with him. 4:38 to play, third quarter. 22-18 Waukomis. This is playoff action on the Game of the Week on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
The Alva State Bank in Burlington has a long tradition of supporting Alfalfa County athletes, and is proud to support the Cherokee Chiefs and Lady Chiefs. Alva State Bank can help you in beginning or continuing to grow your business, save for the future, or help make your dreams a reality. Let Alva State Bank help you take a step in the right direction. Since 1901, older than Oklahoma. Alva State Bank and Trust in Burlington. Member FDIC.
Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst back with you in Cherokee, and this one is tightened up a little bit. Getting interesting. Waukomis over Fargo Gage Fort Supply, 22-18. At one point, it was 22-9 back in the second quarter, and Waukomis hasn't scored since then. It's been a 9-0 run for the Lady Bearcats, and it's a 2-possession ball game, and Lady Bearcats have the basketball, can draw even closer.
We talked about that early on before the game, Tom, about how Fargo can keep it close. Kind of the, I wouldn't say Cinderella story, but the underdog takes a lot of pressure off of them.
They had the numbers 3-on-2, but Brown couldn't handle the pass, but an empty trip for Waukomis. Here comes Fargo Gage again. Trouble in the backcourt. Woodson is harassed and throws it away, and it's been the turnovers. Boy, they'd cut their turnovers down. This game would be a lot closer. Brindley Q misses. Rebound to Tatum Brown. halfway through the third quarter. Wacomas hasn't scored for about, let's say, 6 minutes or so, maybe 7.
They've missed a ton of bumps right at the basket. Wacomas has gone to a 2-2-1 full court press, and it's causing Fargo Gage all sorts of issues.
That was the 19th turnover for Fargo Gage, and they're only down by 4.
Not a good pass. Yeah,
Got away with it. Got away with it. Cutting to the back door. The layup by Gilliland is no good. Brown with the rebound. Gilliland pokes it away, and Wacomas keeps the possession, but then Gilliland out of control throws it away. And that'll be a foul out near the timeline. Book that one on Marianne Payton. That's her third. So now you're beginning to look a little bit of foul trouble. Payton has 3. Q has 3. Moody with 2. Team foul number 5. The foul counts 5-1 in favor of Lady Bearcats.
Wacomas doesn't have a lot of kids on their bench either, so.
Yeah, he only plays, basically goes 7 deep. Short corner jumper left side, a little long, and the rebound is controlled by Moody. She'll put the dribble on the floor, float one ahead to Ramirez, and Ramirez is fouled. If you're a Lady Chief fan, any way you can get on the scoreboard, do it at the free throw line or whatever.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for them. Like you said, it was 22-9, I think early in the second quarter even. It's been a long scoring drought, but they've missed a ton of shots around the basket, Tom. I mean,
free throw is good, and that'll end the 9-0 run.
The lid has been taken off. That's the old saying a lot of coaches tell you, when your shots aren't falling, get to the goal, get you a free throw. Kind of breaks things up for you.
1 for 2 at the line. The rebound corralled by Lindy Williams. Here comes Fargo Gage, trailing now by 5. Having all kinds of issues with the Wacomas pressure. They'll get it into the half court, though. That's only half the battle now. You got to finish. Williams, right side. Martin double team, loses the basketball. 20 turnovers. Taylor Moody accelerates into the corner. Gilliland open 3, no good. Offensive rebound, though, and the stick back by Ramirez is long, and the rebound to Tatum Brown. And then Brown is fouled. And that'll be the second on Ramirez. Team foul number 6. So Fargo Gage Fort Supply is fixing to be in the bonus for a long time.
That's one thing about full court pressing like this, or getting pressure out. Then again, it's working, so.
Another turnover. Gilliland inside, misses. Tie up, and the ball goes back to Fargo Gage. Now Matt Q got to be pulling his hair out, as they've had all kinds of looks and have not been able to finish.
Well, you got to get to the side of the basket and use the glass there. It's a tough shot to shoot over the front of the goal.
Into the half court. Barton is able to give it off to Williams. Williams in the corner. Look inside to Brown. She's double teamed. Goes around the defender. It's poked away. Ball is loose. And which way we're going here? It's a foul against Lindy Williams, her third for Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Two to play in the third quarter. Fargo Gage has outscored Wacomas 4-1 in this first quarter. Third quarter, excuse me. Gilliland, that going offensive? No, it'll stay on this end. Second foul on Brown. Hope Gilliland is 0 for 3 at the stripe. Make it 0 for 4. Wacomas is doing everything they can to keep the Lady Bearcats in this game. One of 2 for Gilliland. She has 5 points, the freshman. 24-18. Down the floor, Brown off the window and in.
Nice work there.
She's in double figures with 11. It's 24-20. Look underneath, but a little too high. Three-pointer left wing is buried. That's huge by Taylor Moody. She's in double figures with 11, pushes the lead back out to 7. And the first field goal since way back in the second quarter, 27-20. Foul on the baseline against Gilliland. Her third.
Foul number 32, Taylor Moody.
Oh, it's going against Moody. That is her third.
Calvillo at the line, shooting 1-1.
Like you mentioned, Tom, now we got bonus. Shooting a lot of free throws.
Sierra Calvillo will be there. Her first trip to the line tonight, front end, no good.
God, that was a flat shot.
It hung on the rim and fell off. Gilliland got bumped and no whistle. Now an open three in the left corner is no good for Payton. And on the rebound, the ball tipped out of bounds, will stay with Waukomis. Or as I sometimes call him, Walkin' Payton, right side to Moody.
You don't want to speed in Waukomis, Tom.
No, there is no doubt about that. They have gotten my money at least once. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't there some article in the Daily Oklahoman one day about Waukomis was like one of the top 5 speed traps?
Yeah. They will get you. But I will say that when I was in radio, I was in the station van a couple of times, and they let me off because I was going to a ball game. Using my celebrity, you know. Going,
oh, yeah.
I'm the radio guy.
Now you're the Squirtle guy.
That's exactly right. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna go speed through Waukomis next time and see if it works.
Yeah, they ought to have good street lights and sidewalks in Waukomis for all that tax money they're getting from. I know I've paid them a few times.
Hope Gilliland at the free throw line. Missed it.
Yeah, she got away with the travel there before she went up and got fouled.
That last foul was on Brown. It's her third. 23 ticks to play in the third quarter. 7-point game.
Good effort.
Ball being poked around, and finally Fargo Gage keeps the possession. Well, I'll tell you what, the harassing defense, Brindley Q got a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds off of the hands of a Lady Chief. It'll stay with Fargo Gage. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Boys game coming up next, Waukomis versus Cherokee for the second time this year.
Waukomis does not want to foul here.
Free throw line jumper. Calvillo is no good. Offensive rebound and a follow, no good for Calvillo, and that's the end of the third quarter. Pretty ugly in that third 8 minutes. Waukomis will take a 7-point lead to the fourth. 27-20 our score. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to playoff action on Squirtle presented by High Plains Insurance.
Northwest Oklahoma is Croft Country, and there's no better way to get around it than a vehicle from Croft Chevrolet Buick GMC at 401 East Oklahoma in Alva. They've got the best trucks on the road or in the field. The Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. Customize yours with a hay bed, and it becomes the ultimate farmer's office. The 2020s are here, which means you'll find great deals as they move out the 2019 model, not to mention a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Go to CroftChevrolet.com and find your next vehicle. It's always better in the country. Croft Country Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Ellis & Associates is Cherokee Chiefs proud and backs all of the students in all that they do. Since 1989, Ellis & Associates has been serving Alfalfa County, Northwest Oklahoma, and Southern Kansas quality insurance products to give you peace of mind. Rita Allen wants to work with you to ensure your family and your lifestyle, taking care of your auto, home, renters, boat, motorcycle, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Give Rita a call at 580-596-3423 or stop in to see her at 1502 South Grand Avenue, Suite B in Cherokee.
Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst, our producer tonight, Ethan Sunken, our cameraman, Trey Robinson, the Cherokee or the Cashin crew in Cherokee tonight. Had a little barbecue for dinner, I understand.
Made a stop at one of our school partners to help with the computer setting issues, so Squirtle's everywhere, Tom. We're out helping the public.
Matter of fact, go to Squirtle.com and you can watch all kinds of games on there. I know the Burlington games just up the road are on there.
Yep, that's where we were earlier. Cashin was streaming a stock show this afternoon. So
27-20, Waukomis with the lead. They'll be content to take some time. Fargo Gage in that zone. Runner by Gilliland as I say that. Ball out of bounds, goes back to Fargo Gage. One of those ball games you would love to win. Of course, you want to play in the winner's bracket at regionals, but if you lose, you know you're playing next week anyway. Last night were the do or die games in district play. 3 top of the key rattles out. And a fight for the rebound, and knocked to the floor is Taylor Brown. She's fouled. Michaela Ramirez will pick up her 3rd. And free throws are coming on team foul number 8. Brown to the free throw line. She is 3 for 4 at the line tonight, and boy, they need the free throws right here.
this is the risk you run. I mean, the press is working, but you have to weigh your options of you continue to press and put the other team at the free throw line.
Missed the front end, but the offensive rebound. Lyric Woodson got great position. They'll reset out high. Fargo Gage needs a field goal. Right now, 7 points seems more like about 15.
It does. They've had some opportunities, too.
Yeah, they have. Both teams have had opportunities and not been able to pay them off in that third quarter.
They need to hit their free throws. She needs to get out of the lane.
Barton for 3. Moody in the half court. Comas, of course, leading by 7. They're in the much better position, but boy, you still want to hit some shots. Another empty trip as a rebound picked up on the bounce by Calvillo. Cherokee and Waukomis boys are waiting in the wings. Coming up next, deep three-pointer. No good for Williams. Oh, nice steal by Barton, but she couldn't save it.
Saved it the wrong way.
Yep. Saves it to Waukomis. Q is scoreless tonight. She averages 12 points and 8 rebounds a game.
She's missed a lot of shots right at the basket, too.
Moody all the way to the cup, comes up empty. Lindy Williams in the half court. I guarantee you, Matt Q was watching the way his ladies were playing tonight and says, we got to be much better no matter what happens tonight. We got to be much better at regionals.
Man, they've missed a lot of layups.
Another wide open layup. Payton can't pay it off. We'll tick down to 5.5 to play. Catch and shoot 3 is good for Calvillo.
She also may have gotten fouled on her follow-through, too. Gilliland just comes flying in there.
She's got 7. It's 27-23. 2-possession ball game. Is that an answer? Yes, it is for Taylor Moody.
Very big shot there for Waukomis.
Back to 7.
Oh, Lord.
Skip pass thrown away. Story of this game, turnovers. Fargo Gage, 23 of them. Waukomis, I have them just down for 7. Your Coach Q, we don't have to shoot it. We've got a 7-point lead.
Yeah, he brings up a valid point.
As long as the Lady Bearcats will sit back in that zone, just let him do it. Q in the corner. Off to Moody, all the way to the cup. She draws the contact. Taylor for 2 at the line.
Good take.
That's 4 on Tatum Brown. Moody with 14 points, 2 for 2 at the line. Jigster. So glad to have you watching tonight on Squirtle.com and the Squirtle app. Glad to bring you the free broadcast. Second free throw is good. Moody with 15, a game high 15 points. Lead is back to 8 at 31-23. Now Fargo Gage, they look ahead to Brown, wide open, up and in.
2 points, Tatum Brown.
Tatum Brown got behind the defense. She has 13. 6-point game, 31-25. 4.5 to play.
Fargo's moved back to that sagging man.
Gilliland right side.
Really, if you're Fargo, the only threat outside is Moody, at least so far in this game. So this is a good job by Coach Q, just pulling the ball. It's got to make him come out and get you.
Come out and contest. You're the one that's up by 6. I know we've got a viewer tonight. Give a big shout out to Jan Williams. She's home and in sick and couldn't make it to the game, and she wanted to watch it, and we gave her the way to do it. Michaela Ramirez, her first field goal. 33-25, and now another turnover.
She may have gotten away with a carry first.
Free throws are coming for Brindley Q. And the foul is the second on Calvillo. So Brindley Q has yet to score tonight.
Oh, no, that's a surprise. I believe Matt has another daughter that maybe he's an 8th grader, is that correct?
I think so. Somebody younger.
Sitting on the bench, you can tell. Looks just like him. Much prettier version.
Definitely. 1 of 2 at the line for Q. It's 34-25. 9-point lead. The biggest they've had in a while. Might be nope, they had a 13-point lead back in the second quarter. That's the biggest lead of the ball game.
Yeah, it was 22-9.
Yep. Moody plays catch out high with Payton. Payton right to Moody. A triple threat stance. She drives, kicks it back out high right. And now Hope Gilliland out between the rings. Coma's trying to shorten the game up. Q right side. There's Moody for 3. She airballed it, but the offensive rebound underneath by Payton. And she'll be fouled and go to the free throw line. Woodson picks up her 4th.
I don't know if you're wanting to crank a 3 up with a 9-point lead and 3 minutes to go, but
but I guess it's nice you can get that offensive rebound if you do it.
That's true.
Payton to the line for 2. First trip to the line. She has 5 points.
That's why I always appreciate coaches to have the patience to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
I might have just packed my stuff up and left.
You can't have too much of a temper. Up and in, 1 of 2. Payton has 6. Double-digit lead at 35-25. Now a steal by Gilliland. Gilliland for the layup and in. And beginning to get away now from Fargo Gage. 37-25. 6-0 run.
Gilliland finally just slowed down there. Didn't rush her shot as a travel.
17-foot jumper left side is airballed long, missed by Jessica Barton, the freshman. 2.5 to play in the ball game, and now Waukomis with the ball in a 12-point lead. Fargo Gage, though, gave Waukomis all they wanted tonight.
They did.
No doubt about it. Waukomis will know they were in a ball game.
Had it 22-18 for multiple possessions and had a chance to even crack into it.
Yep, they did. Elizabeth Avalos will pick up the foul. It's her first. 1-on-1 is coming for Gilliland. Pretty good one to have at the line if you're Fargo Gage, as she is 1 for 7 at the free throw line tonight.
She's going to be somebody interesting to watch over the next 3 or 4 years.
Knocks down the first, gets the second.
Just being a freshman and being the kind of athlete that she is.
She has 8 points. She averages 10 a game. Off the bounce, Williams with the rebound, 38-25.
I think if I'm Waukomis here, I'm just sitting back in my zone. Just because you've got the big lead like this, you know, and you don't want to foul and make them score without any time. But what do I know? I'm just sitting up here.
Laverne leads Shattuck 39-28.
Wow.
6 to play in the ball game in Shattuck tonight, so you get an idea what's going to happen next week. If that one holds on, it will be Laverne.
Shattuck's the ranked team there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. They're hosting.
That's right.
Yeah, Laverne had to play last night.
I believe Shattuck had one of their better players tear their ACL. about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was talking to Jamie Davis at Garber, and she mentioned that to me.
Nice drop stick by Brindley Q as she scores her first field goal. She has 3. So it looks like Fargo Gage Fort Supply will take on Shattuck, a very hungry and upset Shattuck team, I would imagine. That would be at 1:30 next Thursday afternoon in Shattuck on their home floor, no less, after playing Cherokee on their home floor last night.
The fans wanted backcourt there, but that was not backcourt. You have to establish all 3 points on one side.
Exactly right.
Fans don't know that.
Minute to play, 40-25. It looks like Waukomis will take on Laverne next Thursday night at 6:30. 3 knocked down.
3 points, Sarah Congdon.
Sarah Congdon with the triple, coming off the bench, the sophomore. 43-25, Brown is fouled. She'll shoot 2.
You know, it's too bad the end of this game has gotten away like this, because this was a great effort by Fargo Gage. I give them a lot of respect.
Well, it's a 12-0 run. It was 31-25, and now it's 43-25.
Yeah, no doubt.
Brown to the line for 2. She has 13 points.
I tell you what, Waukomis has got a slew of cheerleaders for such a small school.
Yes, they do.
Got 12 of them over there.
Filling up that end zone. Now wholesale subs for Fargo Gage Fort Supply as well. Kylie Whitley is in there. Kyra Vaughn is in there as well. Kinsey Schneider. Now Andrea Martin will check in. Final 35 seconds or so, and Waukomis will win their 19th game of the season. They'll be 19-5. They'll take home the district championship hardware. Brindley Q knocks down the triple. She has 6, 46-25. Looks like Waukomis will finish this one on a 15-0 run. Make this game not look nearly as close as it was.
I'm surprised Waukomis didn't hold the ball there last possession.
That'll do it. Waukomis, their 19th win of the season, will move on to the district championship game, they win the district championship game. They will move on to the regional winners bracket next Thursday in Shattuck. Fargo Gage Fort Supply will fall to 9-16 on the season. They will play at 1:30 in the losers bracket, the consolation bracket, at Shattuck as well. We'll go ahead and hang here for a second as they'll hand out the hardware. Waukomis will get a chance to take home their district plaque.
Let's give both teams a big round of applause.
They will continue on the short road. I call it they take the high road as opposed to the low road.
Champions, go to the Waukomis Lady Chiefs.
Congratulations to Waukomis. Boys action is coming up. We'll take a break and recap this one and have the boys game for you as Cherokee will take on Waukomis and the Badla Chiefs. As we'll continue from district tournament action here from Cherokee. It's on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
For generations, the FFA has been helping our children through agriculture to grow into responsible adults. We believe in and we support the work being done by our local FFA chapters and all they do to create an enriching experience for our youth. For all you do, you have our thanks. Farm Credit of Enid. Together, we grow.
Smith Health Mart Pharmacy is where folks in Alfalfa County go for healthcare products and so much more. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned with pharmacists that have a personal commitment to their communities. The staff at Smith Drug is knowledgeable and ready to provide you with customer service that you can always count on. And don't miss their nice selection of gifts and cards for that special occasion. They honor prescription plans, including Medicare. Let Damon and Adrian take the time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer questions. Smith Drug at 121 South Grand in Cherokee. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Banking is as easy as ACB. At ACB Bank, you get a local community bank with all the conveniences of a big bank. With friendly staff and local service, they make your banking experience simple. They offer online bill pay, mobile banking, and now mobile deposit. You can download the ACB Bank app in the App Store or Google Play. Drop by your local branch today in Cherokee, Wacomas, and Garber, or visit them online at acbbank.net. ACB Bank. Modern banking. Traditional values.
Back with you at Cherokee, a win for the Wacomas Lady Chiefs over Fargo Gage Ford Supply. The final 46-25. We'll go back and recap this one. Fargo Gage led early on 7-5, but a 13-0 run gave Wacomas a 20-7 lead early in the second quarter, and they led 22-14 at the half. Fargo Gage got back within 4 at 22-18 early in the third, but then Wacomas led by 7 after 3, 27-20. And then at first three-pointer of the third quarter, or the fourth quarter, got Fargo Gage back to 4 at 27-23. That was as close as they would get as Wacomas scored the last 15 points. It was a much closer ball game than the 46-25 final score would indicate. Fargo Gage led by Tatum Brown, the sophomore, with 13 points. Sierra Calvillo with 7, and Jessica Barton had 4. For Wacomas, they were led by Taylor Moody's 15 points. Hope Gilliland added 8. Marianne Payton with 6. Brinley Q with 6. Taylor Whedon with 5. Sarah Congdon had 3, as did Michaela Ramirez. Wacomas 19-5 will play next Thursday night at 6:30 against either Laverne or Shattuck in the regional tournament. Fargo Gage Ford Supply will fall to 9-16, and they will take on either the loser of the Laverne Shattuck game at 1:30 next Thursday afternoon in Shattuck. Boys game is coming up. We'll take a break and get ready for that one. Come back with you a little closer to game time as you're watching playoff action across this great state of Oklahoma on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.